You know, it's pretty normal for you to smell a fragrance and, think one of two things. Either think, oh, that's okay, that's all right, I guess. Or in some situations, you may think, oh, I really don't like that, right? That's something that's going to happen. Fragrances can vary drastically depending on all the different types that are out there. People's taste can vary drastically, and a lot of us do kind of, lean towards certain types of fragrances. Kind of in the beginning, I was all about fresh fragrances, although now I've kind of moved into liking some sweeter fragrances, right? So we all kind of have bias towards certain groups of fragrance types, right? So it's kind of normal that you may smell something and not be crazy about it, but then when you keep revisiting it and you keep going back to it, it may start to grow on you. And that's exactly the topic of today's video. Today we're going to be going over 7 fragrances that have grown on me, right? These are scents that I tried and I either wasn't too crazy about or I thought was just okay. And then now at this point, I really, really like these scents a lot. And again, this all happens through just going back to them, giving them another try, and really just having your taste develop along the way. A few of these I've owned for a couple years now, and just over the course of the past few years, I've really smelled them more and started to like them a lot more. If you like seeing videos like this and you come back and watch me every single day, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Doing that will make sure that you do see these videos that get pushed to your subscription feed and on YouTube and all that weird stuff, because YouTube is weird about, showing you videos that you like. So make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate it, and it shows me that you guys are liking the videos. Let's go and jump right into this video. First fragrance up that has grown on me quite a bit, Valentino Mo Aqua. This one, it does get quite a bit of praise in the community. Not as much as something like Uomo Intense, but a few specific people out there really do enjoy the scent. So I got it for myself. And at first, I wasn't too crazy about it. I was like, it smells nice, but it didn't really have anything that was like magical about it to me. And that's kind of what I look for, is kind of scents that just make me remember it. But I kept going back to it. And eventually it got to the point where I smelled it and I'm like, ooh, that smells really, really good. And, I kept wearing it and I'm like, this smells amazing. So it's kind of one of those weird things. I don't know what happened where all of a sudden I just started really liking it more. I don't know what it was. I guess I just kind of got used to it. I like Valentino Mo Intense. I like iris fragrances. And this is just a fresher version of that scent DNA, just to put it simplistically. The fact that it's called Aqua can be a bit misleading because it's not aquatic. It's just fresher and lighter. Maybe it's got a bit of a watery touch, but it just kind of is dependent on what you pick up on in the scent. Regardless of that, it is one that I'm glad I kept giving it chances, because I'm to the point now where I love it and I wear it quite often, and I really just enjoy picking it up and smelling it. It's a really nice scent. Is discontinued, I believe, so you will want to grab a bottle of this one before it's too late. Moving along, we have Carven Low Intense. This guy's different. This is definitely a different scent. This is something that you probably haven't smelled before, which is nice, right? That's a good thing. That's what we want as fragrance enthusiasts. But it was one where when I got it, I'm like, I'm not fully crazy about it yet. I kept wearing it, I kept spraying it, and eventually I started to come around to it a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to kind of feel this a little bit, and now I actually really do like it. It's not something I wear as often as some of the others in this video and just some of my other fragrances in general, but it is one that I find myself just picking up and smelling a lot. Even if I don't spray it on and wear it for myself, I'll see the bottle there, I'll grab it, and I'll just smell it from the atomizer, or maybe spray it in the air, just because I do like the smell of it. Just for whatever reason, it doesn't work into my rotation that much. But it is one where, again, I'm glad I gave it a chance. I'm glad I kind of, kept trying it, and I eventually kind of came around to it, to the point now where I really appreciate it. It's a nice scent for the price, kind of mid-range, $50-ish if I remember correctly, and this is something different. So for those of you out there who are tired of the same old summer type fragrances and you want something to kind of freshen it up, give this one a shot. You may love it at first sniff, you may not be crazy about it, but over time you may start to appreciate it. And and again, it's one where you probably haven't smelled this before, which is nice for something different. Moving along, we have Moschino Toyboy. I like this one a lot. In the beginning, when I got this one, I wasn't too crazy. It's a rose floral men's fragrance. So if you aren't into that sort of thing, you're not going to like this. Like I said before, with a lot of men's fragrances, if you're someone who likes the masculine, strong, cologne smelling fragrances, something like this you're probably not going to like, because it's a floral, soft, kind of powdery scent. It is marketed for men, but a lot of you guys out there won't think it smells masculine. And I agree, it doesn't really smell masculine, but it does smell pretty good. And it's one where, you know, when I first sprayed it on, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. I didn't hate it, but I was like, it's not bad. You know, I feel like maybe I'll kind of come around to it. And surely enough, kept wearing it, kept spraying it, and it got to the point, you know, where I started to plan my review. I'm like, I'm actually kind of starting to like this more than I thought. So Moschino Toyboy, they really changed it up here with this one. They put out something different. There aren't too many powdery men's floral fragrances out there, or at least not many that get love. You know, one that comes to the top of my head is Amouage Reflection Man. That's a white floral for men, which gets a ton of love, a ton of praise. I personally love it. It's one of my favorite Amouage and really one of my favorite niche fragrances. It smells great, right? That's one that gets a lot of attention, but not too many others. But this one here was getting quite a bit of praise, rightfully so. It's a nice scent, already on discounters. I believe like with most of these scents, or at least the newer ones anyway, this is a new scent. You can grab this one on discounters, and you can get it for a pretty good deal and have a nice, unique scent that you may like more than you think. Moving along, we have Baccarat Rouge 540. I've told this story multiple times. When I first got it, I didn't really like it all that much. You know, I got a sample of it, and I'm like, okay, this is different, but I wasn't really fully sure what to think about it. Eventually it got to the point where I kept smelling it, and I started to get kind of intrigued. I'm like, you know, this is different. This is odd, but I like it. And it kept making me want to smell it, and I kept smelling it, Eventually got to the point where I ended up grabbing myself a couple partial bottles. I have this 70 ml, and I have a partial of a 200 ml. So I have, you know, a decent amount of this juice. I mean, plenty to last me, because I don't really wear it all that much anymore. It's a great, great scent. Very transparent, very light, woody. But just because I said transparent and light doesn't mean it's a weak scent. It's actually very strong. One of my strongest fragrances in my collection. Very, very strong projection, great longevity. This stuff will fill a room, and it will last you all day. And that's just the EDP. They have an extrait too, which is, I can only imagine, even more strong than this one. I haven't really had enough time to test it. But the EDP, this one, plenty strong for me, and it's one where it really grew on me to the point where now it's one of my personal favorites. I love the scent, and I think it smells really nice. Moving along, we have the One Gray by Dolce & Gabbana. I never hated the scent. I never thought it smelled bad. I just thought it was kind of boring. I'm like, you know, this isn't really necessary. In my opinion, it just didn't do a whole lot for me. And you can go watch my review. I reviewed this one from a sample that I had gotten online. And I basically echoed the same thoughts. I'm like, you know, it smells nice, but it's just kind of boring. And this was like a year ago, maybe actually going on 2 years ago, something like that. I can't remember, but I know it was kind of a while ago. So now I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a great scent. It's simply a fresher version of Dolce & Gabbana The One. It's got that grapefruit in here. It's still got the tobacco, I believe. I think it's got the amber as well. It's just lightened up. It's fresher, and it smells really nice when you just want a lighter version of Dolce & Gabbana on those warmer days or during the daytime. And you could save something like Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP or EDT for the evenings. Not a bad scent, and it is pretty affordable. I believe you can get these for around $40. Link down below. Not a bad deal for a nice, wearable, versatile, compliment-getting scent. And like I said, it grew on me a lot. It's a nice one. Armani Code A-List. This is one where I was just kind of doing some casual browsing on FragranceNet. I saw it on there. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. It's pretty affordable. I did get myself a tester. As you can see there, tester. Does it say the notes? Yes, it does. It does say the notes on there. And this tester does come with a cap. So you can get yourself a tester from FragranceNet. It comes with a cap. That's pretty nice. At first I wasn't, you know, too impressed, but as time went on, you get the idea. Obviously it's in this video for a reason. I started to come around to it, started to like it more. It's got this nice creamy orange tonka bean thing going on. I love that combination. It's a very popular combination of notes for men's fragrances, and it smells great. Not talked about all that often, kind of overshadowed for some of the other Armani Code fragrances, but it's one you should give a shot. You know, I don't know if this one has been discontinued. I thought I heard a rumor. I could be wrong. I don't know. But, you know, for the price, pick it up, give it a shot. It's pretty good. And finally, last fragrance up, we have Amouage Portrayal What an amazing bottle. This is kind of the reason why I got the scent, to be honest. I love the bottle. I loved it ever since it first came out. It is on discounters now, so I went ahead and picked myself up a bottle. I didn't hate it in the beginning, right? That's kind of what with most of these. I didn't really hate any of these in the beginning, but I wasn't crazy about it. I kept going around to it and trying it, and eventually now I really like the scent. It's a nice violet leaf, masculine scent. Kind of gets compared to Dior Fahrenheit. I can see it a little bit. Can't really see it all that much though. You know, it fits in the same genre, I guess, but it's kind of its own thing. Definitely a masculine scent. So like I've talked about before, like with Toyboy, that one, you know, it's a men's scent, but it's not masculine. This one is a men's scent that is masculine. So if you are one of those guys who likes the masculine smelling colognes, this is going to be for you. Very strong, very masculine. Great quality from Amouage. And again, it's one where after a little bit of time, you know, kept wearing it, really started to love it. And I think it's a great one to have around. So guys, there you have it. That was 7 fragrances that have really kind of grown on me as time went on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what fragrances have grown on you down below in the comments. Also, if you like videos like this, don't forget to like this video. It shows me that you like seeing videos like this, and I'll keep putting out similar videos because you guys like them. So all these fragrances will be linked down below in the description. If you want to check any of them out, use those links. It's going to take you to the best prices on the internet. That's going to do it for me, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow night with another one. Take care.